From the ancient times to the modern day, from animals to art, this is a great place to be. Chaos Entertainment presents. Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm here at the High Desert Museum just south of Bend, Oregon. And if you're in Oregon, this is a must-see place to go. It's not just a museum, it's an outdoor exhibit and a zoo. So let's go on inside. As you entered the building, off to your right is a corridor that has a great art gallery. This one is the Brooks Gallery called The Lair. It is really neat to look at and to experience. And I'm not going to show you the rest of the art that's in this hallway because you got to see it all to kind of makes you feel like you're in an actual lava cave or lava tube. You know, just the sound, the motion of the light, just really rhythmic, harmonic, and almost a good place to meditate. Now this area is dedicated to all the pioneers of the Western Oregon area where they came over to fight the elements, survive, make their way and profit and glory. A lot of them were also map surveyors, herdsmen, cattlemen, just people looking to do some homesteading. Great place to experience and also to learn a lot about the history of the American people as they progressed across the Oregon Trail. There was a lot of fur trading back in the days, and these men knew it was a hard life, but they still did it anyways. And there was a lot of places called fur forts where people could come get a respite from the elements, and also as well as to sell and trade their wares to get gear to go back out there and make more money. Definitely liked this place a lot because it showed you like an old pioneering town or old western town, kind of how the way they set up their shops, what they did, the banks, everything was really neat. And you have to just come in here and take several minutes to really check out everything. And you can see the artifacts are really well kept up. I really like this part. It's like an old homesteading area in the outdoor trail area. It's pretty easy to find. It's really neat and informative. They got a lot of cool artifacts like this, whereas how they stored their food and preserves back in the day, because they didn't have modern refrigeration. I also love they have a lot of cool little chickens. Please don't feed them because they get food on their own, and also the people do feed them that work here. Now this is an old barn where they hold the horses. Now I really love this part a lot because it was just outdoor calming and you can hear the nature all around you. Now this little guy I met on the trail walking around, and he was not afraid of me at all. I would not suggest petting them or picking them up because they are wild animals, and please don't feed them because they do need to find their own food because they are wild animals. But he is basically a Northern American chipmunk. Only is a few inches long and probably weighs about 6 to 7 ounces. And you can see he's just sitting there looking at me like, "What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Got any popcorn?" "No, you don't got no popcorn." So I just basically sat here for about a minute or so filming him, and it was just a beautiful, serene experience. Now, when you go through the main hallway, to the left is this part of the museum, which is probably my most favorite part of the entire museum because it's dedicated to preserving the culture and the history of the indigenous people of the area, which most people would be called the Native Americans, which nowadays, the First Peoples are usually the best. Columbia River Plateau and its native people were gorgeous people, very intelligent, and they survived a lot way before anybody else showed up. Now, before they were forced into reservations, these brave souls carved out a living and thrived in the ancient days, way before there was any modern conveniences. So there's a great people to learn a lot from, and always to share our respect. Now, being a person who learned how to do this beadwork, it takes a long time and a lot of dedication, keen eye, and skill. For these people to do this, it's always been amazing to see their artistry come to life, and you can just see the color and the imagination of these wonderful people. Being a military veteran, I wanted to show this part of the exhibit. This is honoring a lot of the Native Americans who had served bravely in their country. Now, this guy was James Salam, who was a highly decorated soldier. And if you notice that red and yellow leaf, that was my division, the 25th Infantry Division. I also did mention that it is kind of like a zoo. This is a cool little prairie owl, And then we got a couple of lizards. They got some cool snakes, even a gigantic rattlesnake. They got turtles. They got fish. You're just going to have to come out here, see all the cool animals. Please don't let your kids tap on the tanks. Western Racer. Coluber Constrictor. I've seen him snapping his jaws, which means I think he wants me to feed him, but I'm not going to. Now, as you come down into this area, this is a live river otter experience. It is really neat. These cute guys are energetic. They love to swim around, and it's really neat to actually be able to witness them just roaming around and swimming and playing and hunting for their food. Not to mention, you got the really great artwork there to look. Now, their outdoor trails are so neat and peaceful. Not only do you get to learn just by looking and studying the trees and nature, but they have little signs everywhere that'll teach you about how they keep nature being natural and what like fire danger does and how do people recuperate and how the trees recuperate. It's really neat and a very learning experience. What an adventure. All those trails out there, I only showed you a minute little part. I could have walked around for hours having a lot of fun. Did you see that little chipmunk? That thing was so cute. He just sat there and just stood there and let me film him. Which probably means that some people are feeding them and you're not supposed to. Okay, let those little guys get their own food. Okay, 2, it was such an amazing place. You had the zoo, you had an art gallery, or art galleries, which I did not show you because I don't want to spoil the surprise for y'all. Because they're truly amazing art, sculptures, paintings, just beautiful. Did you see that lava display? That thing was amazing. I guarantee you if they turned off all the lights and it was nighttime, it would literally feel like you were in a lava tube or something like that, and you could just sit there and just meditate. I mean, it was really awesome. Did you see the little porcupine and then those snakes? Oh my gosh, that one was just going back and forth. He's like, hey buddy, what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? I mean, it was so much fun. Now, I did not show you their avian and live raptor display because of the avian flu that's happening up here in the Pacific Northwest. They had some of those shut down for their bird safety, which I fully commend them on that because, you know, the guys can't, you know, wear a mask like everybody else can. So we wanted to make sure that they are staying safe. And that is an awesome thing. So eventually they'll reopen it and stuff. I did not try their cafe because of the time allotment I had. I mean, I was there for 2 hours. I could have easily spent the entire day there. That's how amazing this place is. And I didn't even show you 90% of it. I mean, it was just so big, so awesome. There was a little part where the little kids can run around and play in. I mean, there's sculptures at the front end. I mean, they're bronze deer and stuff like that. Just beautiful. So I will have to say I lived in Bend, Oregon for several years. Never actually went there because I was always like, oh, I got to go there, I got to go there, I got to go there, but never went because all my friends were like, let's go backpacking, let's go hiking, let's. So long story short, I regretted not going when I could have, okay, but it was an amazing place, and I will tell you, out of the entire state of Oregon, that's probably one of my most favorite museums of all, because like I said, it wasn't just a museum, it was also a zoo and an art gallery and just a personal experience, especially with knowing that there was a lot of Native Americans or indigenous First Peoples that served in the military, and the one that was in the video, that was from my division. So I'm really, really proud to know that these people served right alongside us in some of the worst times of history. And I want to say, if you guys are going there, please make sure you stop by there. It's just the south of Bend, Oregon, right? And go to this address right here and go onto their website and check it out, look at all the stuff that you have for options, and then make sure that if you are a YouTuber or Instagrammer or Twitcher or whatever, any online influencer, call them a week ahead of time, all right? That way they can give you clearance, and they can also have people talk with you so they know what you're doing and where you can go and get the best shots possible. And it's just so much fun. You guys gotta go there. Also, if you liked this video and you love my channel, please, I hope you share, like, and subscribe. And also, wait a minute, what are you still watching this video for? Get in your car, get in a plane, get in a train, get in a boat, and get your butt to Bend, Oregon and see this museum. I want you all to have a great day and have an adventure.